Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to continue our lesson 5 in Connect Plus, Transportation. Lesson 2, Unit 5, Lesson 2. Now, we are going to remember about the present simple tense. We said that the present simple tense talks about habits and facts. Habits are the routine in our life. The habit is a routine in our life, something which we are used to do every day or every week or every month or every year, okay? But the fact is something that exists in our life, but we cannot control it. We cannot change or control it. For example, the sun rises every morning. Can we change that fact? Of course, we cannot change it. But the habit is something that I do every day or every week or every month. Like I wash my face every day, I brush my teeth every day, I go to the club 2 days at the week, and so on. We said in the present simple tense, if we have the personal pronoun I, we, you, they, we will put the verb after them as it is in infinitive or in the stem form. We are not going to add anything to the verb, we are not going to change the verb. So I play, they eat, we write, you study. We are not going to change the verb at all. But what about he or she or it? We said that he, she, it are noisy, crazy kids. They are noisy, crazy kids. They are going to do the noisy sound of the noisy bee. Zzz. So any verb will come after he or she or it. We will add s at the end of the verb, es at the end of the verb that ends with s, sh, ch, o, and x. We are going to add after them es. What about the verbs that ends with y? If there is a strong vowel before the y, it will catch the y from running away from the verb, and we will put s, noisy s, because we said before that y does like the noise of the noisy s. So the vowel a, e, I, o, or u will catch the y and will not make it able in order to run away from the verb, and we will put noisy s. But what about if we don't have a vowel before the y? It's a consonant before the y. What can we do? The y will leave the verb and run away from this noisy s. So we are going to take out y, study, like study. We are going to take out y, it will be stud. And we will put ies, studies, studies. Now, learn words. Please open your student's book at page 70, at page 70. Exercise number 1, listen, read, and say. We have here some verbs. The first picture, walk, walk. L is silent, walk, to walk. Number 2, fly, fly. Number 3, drive, drive. Number 4, to cycle. To cycle means to ride your bicycle. To ride your bicycle, it means cycle. Exercise number 2, listen and read. How do you go to school? When I ask someone about the way that he used in order to reach a place, like the school, how do you go to school? I walk. How do you go to school? I drive with my mom and dad. How do you go to school? I cycle to the school. Walk, drive, cycle. Or I go to school by bus. Okay? But if the personal pronoun is he or she or it, it will be he walks. She walks, it walks. He drives, she drives, it drives. What about cycle? It will be cycles with he or she or it. Now, exercise number 4, look, read, and complete. We have words box drive, cycle. Cycles, can you see there is a cycle without noisy S and cycles with a noisy S at the end of the verb. So we will use it with he or she or it. And walks with a noisy S at the end of the verb. Now, the first picture, how do you go to school? They are riding their bicycles. They are riding their bicycles. So we is quiet personal pronoun, so it will be we cycle. We cycle without noisy S at the end of the verb. Number 2, how does he go to school? How does, here we have does, not do. How do you? Here we have he, we will use does. How does he go to school? He walks with a noisy S. He is a noisy personal pronoun, so he walks. Number 3, how do they? They is a quiet personal pronoun, so we will use do. How do they go to school? How do they go to school? They drive. They drive. Number 4, how does she go to school? How does she go to school? She cycles. Here, cycle with a noisy S at the end of the verb. Cycles. She cycles. Now we are going to know how to make a question in the present simple tense. How can we make a question in the present simple tense? We are going to use verb to do to help us to make a question. We will put do at the beginning of the sentence if we have the personal pronoun I, we, you, or they. I, we, you, or they. We will use with them do. But with he, she, it, we use does. With es at the end of do. Do will become does with he or she or it because they are noisy, crazy kids. So, where are we going to put the verb do or does? We are going to put the verb do or does at the beginning of the sentence, before the personal pronoun. If I have personal pronoun I, we, you, they, put do before them. Do you, do they, okay? And the answer will be with yes or no. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. And remember that no means negative and negative means not. No means negative and negative means not. Do you like games? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do not. Don't. Do they need an umbrella? Yes, they do. No, they don't. And remember that in the question we change I and we into you in the question. So it's do you and do they. There is no do I or do we. Do you, the answer will be with I or we. The question form in present simple tense with he, she, and it. Now, we are going to use verb does, not do, with he and she and it, because he, she, it, noisy, crazy, personal pronouns. So they add es at the verb do. We will put does at the beginning of the sentence before he or she or it. Does he, does she, does it. Does he, does she, does it. And the answer will be with yes and no. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. For example, does she want to drink? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. We cannot say no, she does. No, she does not, doesn't. Does not is the same as doesn't. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Reading. Now, open your student's book at page 71. Exercise number 1, look, listen, and read. My name is Magid. I live in Beni Suef. Beni Suef is a city in Egypt. It's a big city in Egypt. Now, my name is Magid. I live in Beni Suef. I cycle to school. I cycle to school. My friend Faris drives to school with his dad. Now, Magid cycles to school. Magid cycles to school. What about Faris? Faris drives to school with his dad. And my cousin Layla walks to school. Again, my name is Magid. I live in Beni Suef. I cycle to school. I cycle to school. What about Faris? My friend Faris drives to school with his dad. My cousin Layla walks to school. Exercise number 2, read again the paragraph and check right or cross wrong. Check right or cross wrong. Number 1, Magid walks to school. Let's go back to the paragraph. No, I cycle to school. So the first sentence is wrong, cross wrong. Number 2, Faris drives to school with his dad. Let's see. Go back. My friend Faris drives to school with his dad. So, the second sentence is right. Faris drives to school with his dad. Number 3. Layla cycles to school. Let's go back to the paragraph. The last sentence, Layla walks to school. So, number 3 is wrong. Number 3 is wrong. Exercise number 3. In this exercise is asking you, how do you go to school? How do you go to school? You are going to draw yourself going to school by the mean of transportation that you use in order to reach the school. If you are, you can, and you will write at the bottom of the drawing, how do you go to school? I drive with my mom and dad. I go to school by bus. I cycle to school. I walk to school. And you are going to draw yourself walking to school, or draw yourself driving to school, or draw yourself cycling to school. Now, number 4, exercise number 4, look and find the airplane on this page. In the previous picture. The airplane, where is the airplane? It's in the sky. Then read, ask and answer. Question number 1, why do people fly on airplanes? Why do you think people are flying? Use the airplanes. Because they need to go fast from a place to another place. And we use the airplane in very far distance places. When you, for example, travel from one country to another country, from Egypt to Saudi Arabia, from Egypt to America, from Egypt to England. It's a very far country. So we are going to use the airplane because it's the fastest mean of transportation, and it will make it easy for you to travel. Number 2, where can you go on an airplane? Where can we find the airplane, do you think? Think about it. Where can we go on an airplane? We go to the airport. Airport. Airport is the place that we can find the airplane in. Thank you for this lesson today. See you next time. Bye.